Welcome back to San Diego for the MLG Championship Sunday. We just witnessed Str8 Rippin winning the championship match 6-1. It was a phenomenal series. Str8 Rippin only dropping one game the entire tournament. They were absolutely on fire. And right now we have Sundance DiGiovanni talking with our champions. Let's go down to the floor.
Well, thanks a lot, Puckett. I'm down here joined by all of Str8 Rippin minus their coach who had some previous business, but T2. I know coming down to the Meadowlands, you were more than disappointed. You were pretty upset with that performance. How does it feel to get back on top and take the #1 seed on the MLG Pro Circuit?
Feels great. We put a lot of hard work into this tournament, probably more than any other tournament I've ever had in my whole life. And we came in prepared, and it's great to see all the hard work pay off.
You know, this has got to go down as one of the most impressive performances I've seen. You guys played as a team. It seemed like every series somebody else stepped up. We saw Legit go off. We saw you lead the way. We saw Neighbor being super sneaky both Saturday and Sunday. And Elamite, I got to tell you, man, you have busted onto the scene. A lot of people are still talking about your overall performance, but talking to you up in the booth, you said, we studied film. We were ready for this. Do you feel like that helped? Do you feel like being familiar with Instinct was the difference for you here in this championship?
It definitely helped out. You know, we prepared really hard for this tournament, and congratulations, Instinct, for making it this far, too, because I know they had a team switch up, so it definitely helped out, though.
Well, I got to say, guys, you know what? We're only 2 events into the season. We had 6 teams that Puckett and I thought could win this. You guys were the favorites for both of us going into the Meadowlands, but I have to admit, both of us picked Final Boss to be the ones walking out winning San Diego, but they weren't even here. How do you feel about that? Do you think you're going to have to look out for them in the next event in Orlando in just a few short weeks?
Yeah, we're definitely going to have to look out for them. I'm sure they're going to practice a lot harder than they did for this event. Sometimes when you win a tournament, you kind of take some downtime and relax and things like that. So we have to make sure that we learn from their mistakes and not do that for Orlando.
All right, well, I hope you don't do it, because as a fan, I got to tell you, it was a pleasure watching you guys. It was a pleasure watching Instinct fight back. I had a great time here in San Diego. Happy Father's Day to all the dads out there. Oh, 1 second. Neighbor's got something he wants to say.
I just want to say thanks to Dr. Pepper. Couldn't have done it without you guys.
All right, you hear a little shout out there to Dr. Pepper, Str8 Rippin sponsor. These guys are walking on air right now. I know my colleague, my partner up there in the booth, Chris Bucket, he's on air too. I'm going to throw it back up to you, Chris.
Thanks, Sundance. Those Str8 Rippin guys were definitely impressive. And I want to take a minute to say Happy Father's Day to Jeff Puckett, my father. Thank you so much for all your support. And we're going to be back right after this commercial break to wrap up the show. So make sure you stay tuned here at MLG Live.
The U.S. Army Reserve requires a different type of strength. The strength to stand out in school and stand strong with your team. The strength to serve your community one day and your country the next. The strength to take your career to a whole new level. Be a stronger citizen, a stronger soldier, a stronger person in the U.S. Army Reserve. There's strong, and then there's Army Strong. See what it's like at GoArmy.com.
John?
Yeah?
I feel like you're not really into it anymore.
I guess I have played through this game a couple times. It's not you, it's me.
Look, maybe it's time we both moved on. Sell us back to GameStop. You'll meet new people, we'll meet new people. We'll both be happier. Now come on, one more deathmatch for old time's sake.
Your old games find new life at GameStop. Power to the players.
Team Classic, you just came out of nowhere to take second place at the very first Major League Gaming Pro Circuit event. What advice would you give Halo 3 players out there who want to become a pro?
You know, my advice to them, just get a Game Battles team and get up on the ladder.
Or to speak to someone directly, say agent.
Agent.
The ridiculously long-lasting gum. New Stride Sweet Berry.
All right. Well, welcome back here to MLG Championship Sunday from San Diego. It's been a great weekend. I can't believe it's already over. I was just getting into it. I'm exhausted, though. And you know what? Str8 Rippin coming out on top, but I bet you they're tired, too. They are the champions here in MLG San Diego. And you know what? Instinct finishing up in second. They can't be too disappointed, even though they thought that they were going to maybe have a shot at coming out at number one. Puckett, what's the takeaway from all this? I mean, Final Boss leaving early, Str8 Rippin back on top.
It's just phenomenal to see the level of competition we have here at Major League Gaming. We have 8 phenomenal teams. Believe the Hype broke into the top 8 this tournament, and they did it in an impressive fashion, taking down Final Boss 3-0 early Saturday night. Also, huge shout out to Instinct getting second place after the new roster change. Str8 Rippin only dropping 1 game this tournament, and Triggers Down, of course, finishing in third. Congratulations to all those teams. It was an awesome tournament.
Now, we didn't see Carbon this weekend on our broadcast, but you know what? They also improved on their last placing. So all the familiar faces starting to come together. You know what are we going to be looking for going into Orlando in just a few short weeks?
It's all about who's going to put in the practice time, Sundance. All of these teams that I mentioned in that top 8 have a chance of finishing in that number 1 spot. Carbon's back. They finished in 4th this event. These guys have the drive to win once again. I'm excited to see how they perform in Orlando, along with Triggers Down, Final Boss, Team Classic. Are they all going to make a return? We'll have to wait and see.
Well, you know what? I can't wait. Orlando, just a few short weeks away. Go to MLGpro.com. Check it out. Register if you want to play, and we're going to see you there. But you know what? That's it here from San Diego. Thank you for joining us. Chris Puckett, Sundance DiGiovanni, live Championship Sunday on Father's Day. Thank you very much for being here.